E3 tomorrow, Harley. You hyped?
Oh, I can't wait. You know it's gonna be good. Last Guardian, Shenmue 3.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good year.
Well, maybe next year, guys.
E3's all done with, and we watched it all, the highs and the lows.
Yeah, well, I think it's safe to say we enjoyed Microsoft's conference. Yeah, so let me think, how did it start?
Call of Duty.
Oh, of course, they kicked off with COD, didn't they?
It's always a surprise to see a new COD game.
It looks sort of interesting.
Well, I liked that it was futuristic. That's, you know, even more so than the previous ones.
Xbox owners will be the first to play all of the add-on content.
Hey, you've announced DLC already. Good.
We're just going through the motions.
DLC!
Here's the first one.
But I'm guessing that will sell a shit zillion copies, so that was COD. And then we had Forza. Do any of us actually care about Forza? Fuck that.
No.
Thank you.
I don't mind cars.
Right, Assassin's Creed Unity.
That looked good. It looked
like
Assassin's Creed,
Mm.
but I think the multiplayer aspect looks really fun.
If you want to look at good architecture in a video game,
Yeah.
And good
Nice.
crowd simulation.
nice buildings.
I've never been to Rome, but I feel like I have.
Yeah.
Well, I have.
Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, maybe it's satire. They're going to cut to something else completely.
Well, I felt like the trailer was kind of trying a bit too hard to make sure that you knew it was different from all the sort of regular, like they even have like your sort of military soldier guy at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
getting mocked.
Cover mechanic, right?
It's very self-aware and it's really in your face, like, whoa, we're edgy.
It's a f***ing video game.
So next we've got Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Hyper Remix Arcade Edition EX Plus Alpha.
Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha!
Well, I'm just shocked they mentioned the term EX plus alpha in a modern Capcom game.
Alright, anything with server bots in, I'm happy.
Is it bad that this one bit of DLC is the only thing in this whole press conference that made me want to actually go out and buy an Xbox One?
I never thought I'd see Power Stone appear at E3 at the Microsoft conference in some form.
Yeah, it was cool how they just announced it and it was just suddenly available for everyone to download.
Yeah.
Is it free DLC or is it?
No, it's not. It's paid DLC. I think it was $9.99.
Okay.
But it was available like then.
And then they also announced Disney Fantasia. Yeah, fuck this. Right, anyway. Right. So Fable Legends was after that.
Fable Legends is a bold and innovative adventure.
Which actually looked kind of cool. It was sort of a mobile type third-person game.
Oh yeah.
Where like one person plays the dungeon master almost, like spawning monsters in, and then I really like the look of it and everything and the feel of it, but the lines that the characters were saying were just not funny. Like, ooh, I wish I'd bought the right underwear for this one.
I think I chose the wrong underwear for this one.
It's got the very Fable-esque sense of humour about it.
It's just that British wit, that
Yeah.
British charm. But this just felt super forced, like they were trying so hard.
The hero versus villain gameplay could be good, but I didn't like the way that they were treating it, like as they were saying, it's like, oh, here's a kind of gameplay that's so original and never been done before.
If I could mash any two games, I just feel like all of them. Yeah, just put them all in one. I just want like Grand Theft Auto, but I could be a Ninja Turtle and Batman together. Ninja Turtles and Batman? Actually, no, that's what I want.
After that we had Ori and the Blind Forest. It looked very Japanese sort of inspired.
Yeah, kind.
I don't know if it is Japanese or if it's a Western development.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
It's like, no, it's not. Discussion over.
No, I haven't actually checked.
His Western senses are tingling.
Yeah, I haven't checked, but I can tell you now, it's not.
So yeah, apart from all the other indie games which I can't remember the names of, there was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider! What?
raiding.
I think during the conference I made a Rise of the Robots joke.
Another pre-rendered thing they had was for Platinum's next game.
Scalebound.
Scalebound. A DMC cosplayer. Like,
yeah,
just fighting things from Monster Hunter.
He was a bit sweating a bit for a second, just like thinking about it. Like, oh no, did Kamiya finally cave in and do DMC too?
And then Crackdown 3, The Division, Tom Clancy, more shooting people. I guess Crackdown 3 is kind of a bit more lighthearted.
I know the Crackdown games are fun.
Yeah, have you played one?
I've sat and watched many people enjoy playing Crackdown. But no, I think Crackdown's a bit more, has a bit more to it than just...
It's not just a
runny gun shooty game.
I guess we'll wrap this up with Halo stuff.
Ah, yeah.
So, Halo 5, we didn't see any gameplay footage at all.
Nope.
Just more teasery.
That's been the case at the other ones when, like, Halo 4 first came out, it was the same thing, wasn't it?
I think all they need to do is just say the word Halo 5, and you've already got people queuing up to pre-order it at GameStation.
But the Master Chief Collection, which they announced, looked quite good. Like, if you haven't played any Halo games at all, like you.
So, like, the remake, the remake of Halo Anniversary Edition, the first one, was fantastic, and the way they, remade everything, gave you the options of having all the old style graphics, but kept everything else exactly the same was good.
Yeah.
The fact they're doing that, the second one, is also fantastic, and the fact they bring back all the multiplayer for it, and giving you 4 full games, like...
Yeah, so from what I understand is all 4 games are going to have multiplayer servers. So if you're like a purist who... Because I know a lot of people love Halo 2 on Xbox.
Being a Halo fan must be pretty good right now.
Well, I'm a Halo fan. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not enough of a Halo fan.
Nope.
Like, I heard it was coming out, I was like, that's kind of cool. Now where's the Nintendo conference?
So... now we'll move on to the Sony press conference. So it opens up with a nice long demo of Destiny, which you've seen already.
We've seen more of it now.
Yeah,
we have seen Halo, so...
So you're right. Good job, Bungie. Another sci-fi FPS.
Oh, it's Destiny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a Shenmue 3. I could be wrong, but...
They didn't really talk about Destiny as such. They just talked about why Destiny would be better on PlayStation 4.
But Destiny isn't just first on PlayStation, it's better.
It probably will.
Yeah, that's it. You've got to sell it to people. You can't really go, oh, look at this game that's going to be on all consoles, so, just play it on whatever one you've got. You're going to go, look at this game that's on all consoles, but our one is the shit, and you're going to buy it on our fucking fantastic console.
So the next game they showed off was another first-party Sony game. It was The Order... What's the name of the day? 1866.
Yeah.
That actually looked very impressive. Like,
it looked fantastic. Graphically, it was pretty superb. And I don't know, it looked very survival horror-y at the start.
Well, if the game is all survival horror, then I'd be interested. But if it's just another shooting game, then I don't really care too much.
Could go either way, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was impressive. But I just wonder if the final version of the game will actually look like that. Little Big Planet 3 with special Pumpinator.
Pumpinator.
That guy fucking loved to say Pumpinator.
This one's called the Pumpinator, and it can pump air, and I can use it to pump this wheel.
I'm gonna use my fucking Pumpinator.
Pump it up.
I'm gonna fucking pump you one. Right, so Little Big Planet 3 looked nice. Like, apart from looking the same as Little Big Planet 1 and 2, it did just look like a nicer version.
Yeah.
So
I like the new characters they've added. They're very endearing.
Hey, it's all about the bird.
Yeah.
It's all about the bird.
Don't you think Sackboy sounds a little bit rude? Bloodborne was the next game from Software.
Oh, from.
Oh
and
yeah.
It's a shame again that we didn't see any gameplay.
Oh, they had a special gameplay demo for media.
Yeah, we saw later on. We saw it. It looked it looked more Dark Souls-y, which a lot of people will like.
After Bloodborne, they showed Far Cry 4, which I will admit actually looked quite good.
Yeah, it actually looked fun.
It did, but it was really huge as well. Like, it looked lovely considering how large the scope of the world seemed to be. When you drove off the cliff and that tuk-tuk and flew down, and you just saw everything whizzing by you before you started, I don't know, using that OP elephant to destroy everything.
Wow, that elephant! What a beast!
But yeah, graphically it looks really nice, and the fact that if your friends don't have the game, they can still join you.
Oh yeah,
that was a really fucking cool thing they said there.
Do you think it's going to make them play as the Shy Guy?
We had the Dead Island 2 trailer, which was fantastic.
Best trailer.
Oh yeah, forget the game, that was...
Best trailer. Don't really care about the game. But the trailer was fantastic.
For the morning and a 2 for the show, but 3 to be a legend even if I'm poor.
I couldn't stop laughing watching that.
The same thing happened with the first Dead Island because it had that really fantastic pre-rendered trailer with the girl falling out the window. I don't know if anybody saw that. And everybody was just talking about that trailer.
Yeah.
And then the game was shit.
Who develops the Dead Islands again? We got it there.
Well, let's have a look. We've probably got one down here, don't we?
We got one.
Yeah, here it is, Dead Island. Dead Island Game of the Year edition. Deep
It's
Silver.
Essentials version. Deep Silver.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's Game of the Year, so best of PlayStation 3 apparently.
Moving on.
Okay, after Dead Island 2, there was Battlefield Cops and Robbers.
Yep. Then there was. Then there was what? No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
We've created a procedural universe. It's infinite and it's one that everyone can share.
It's so vast, it's so boundless, it's actually infinite, and we don't even know what's out there. When the game releases,
it's not worrying.
Okay.
Considering that they're making the game.
It's just evolving, it's growing.
So I'm getting the Peter Molyneux vibes though from the developer who came out. It's like, me and my 2 friends at school are working on the most ambitious game ever made in the history of video games.
There was a game, I'm sure it was released for like the Commodore or something, and it had the same thing where it had like the infinitely expanding universe. It just like randomly generated the universe as you proceeded to. I can't remember what it was called, but it just sounds like a much more updated next gen version of that.
That trailer just seemed very scripted. Because when he's flying through and he's discovering these new planets, like discovered by this player, and then it's all seamlessly just flying, and it's just like no loading zones or anything. Like I think that was more of like a concept video than what the actual
I
would be
wouldn't
like.
be surprised.
You're gonna find out it's gonna be like a browser game, like O game.
After that, there was the new Mortal Kombat.
After kind of dying out, you had stuff like Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Mythologies,
Yes.
and obviously around that time you had stuff like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike coming out, and you thought Mortal Kombat was just in the history books, and now it's come back. They had a new one a couple of years back, and you had the DC crossover, and now you've got this Mortal Kombat X. Unless I'm wrong, this Mortal Kombat's gonna have, like, recap the stories from the previous ones, or something like that?
Fuck it, don't care.
Okay.
Stories?
Right, so anyway, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Blockbusting
I keep thinking everyone's next word is going to be Shenmue.
And our desire is
Shenmue.
commitment to bring a
Shenmue.
great gaming experience throughout the world.
Throughout
of
Shenmue.
Throughout the world of
So
Shenmue.
let's start by talking about
Shenmue. Fuck this.
Right, after the new Mortal Kombat, Dr. Eggman came on stage.
Oh god. He looks like Kingpin.
Yeah, he's basically...
Wow.
And he said something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you on about?
He was laughing for like the entire time he was on stage.
what a world we think would really be like, how we would really treat it.
We can't listen to what you say.
I don't think I've heard a word.
So what happened after Humpty Dumpty left the stage?
So we got a new trailer for Phantom Pain. Just from like the trailer, I'm so excited to see where the story goes from here on out.
Yeah, no, I'm really... If it actually does connect back into the original MSX games, then that would be...
pretty nuts.
That'd be a nice full circle there.
Yeah. I don't think they gave a release date, but I'm speculating.
No, still no release date.
I reckon early 2015, but yeah, we're pretty excited for that game. Right, anyway, they ended it with
Uncharted.
It looked interesting. I mean, obviously we need to know more about it.
It'd be a spoof trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh, that would have been good. What happened to Crash?
What the fuck?
So the Nintendo press conference opened up with Reggie, Fils-Aime, and Iwata fighting.
Oh my god!
Play everyone smash, come on, play everyone smash.
Reggie is Smash, I'd fucking lose. Oh my god! Oh, this is amazing!
This is what E3 needs to be. This is actually happening.
It's very good that Nintendo is suddenly like aware of like the internet and communities of fans.
They've taken the stick out of their butt.
The last 6 months they've like really just gone, well, you know, I guess, yeah, we're not going to have so many third-party people giving us games anymore, so why don't we just focus on what we're good at, being a fun company? And by not showing up at E3 now and doing the Nintendo Direct stuff and all this,
you just made Sony and Microsoft look bad for once. Like,
why wasn't anyone on their stage having like a Dragon Ball Z stuff like before?
If you look at where Nintendo were 3 years ago when they were showing stuff like Wii Fit on stage and boring people with the Vitality Sensor, to now collaborating with Mega 64, Robot Chicken, a special effects fight where they're just going to town on each other.
The Smash Brothers tournament.
The Invitational
Smash
tournament.
After almost cancelling the one at Evo.
With commentators from Evo and Jeff Keighley.
Pickman.
Just nuts.
Oh, yeah,
they've come.
Told me a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
No.
They've done a good thing.
They did a fucking good job this year. It obviously opens up with Smash Brothers. No King K. Rool announcement.
But Amiibo makes up for it.
Amiibo.
Well, yeah, the Pokemon Rumble U was released for the Wii U. And it had the near-field connection in the NFC. Chip figures for Pokemon. You could only get them over here at game stores, and I think it was GameSpot over in America. And they did like one wave that was sold out everywhere within a week, and you could never get them again. They never made any more. So they made like 18 of these figurines, and they were really good. And yeah, it was the same as what they were saying about Amiibo. You leveled up their stats and whatnot, and you could put them into the game and take them around people's houses and stuff. And it's going to be interesting to see what they retail for as well, because Disney Infinity figures, wow, are they expensive. I understand they got some technology in them.
£10 is the most I would want to pay for a Mario figurine, I think.
It's the most I'd want to pay, but if they charge more, I'd still pay it. I'd still buy it. Like,
you tool, Mike.
I know, I am.
Fucking tool. Imagine if there was the King K. Rool Amiibo figurine.
Yeah, we didn't get to see too much extra game apart from the Mii being revealed.
They also revealed Palutena.
That was at the end of it.
At the very end.
But it was because most of the gameplay we saw was at the fantastic tournament that they held afterwards, which wasn't technically at the conference, but like, you know, we saw a lot of Smash gameplay and it looked fantastic.
We saw a lot of Mega Man.
The Super Fighting Robot!
Oh,
wait!
Oh, he got one! He got one!
Super Fighting Robot! Mega Man!
I think they talked about stuff way too long, like that Yoshi game. It's a new Yoshi game. I don't need to fucking hear about it for about 20 minutes.
But we definitely needed to see the guy knitting the Yoshi.
Oh,
that was an essential part when we actually saw him crocheting the Yoshi.
There is certainly a key phrase that I have. It's amazing Yoshi.
Then Splatoon.
Splatoon, yes, that was next.
That looked really fucking good.
It made me really want to play Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
You really wanted to clean up the mess.
It seems really basic, but when you're actually playing it, you'll see how like deep it actually is.
Well, that's it. Any mechanic like that, you've always got there's going to be lots of strategy built around it. It seems like an interesting concept. It seems like the kind of game that's going to be easy to just sort of like when you've got some friends around, put it on, play a few games with them, have a few laughs, and it'll be a friendly, competitive kind of game.
One day, out of the blue, he was like, hey, let's make them squids.
Mario Maker, which is nice. Mario Maker. What is there to say about it? Create your own original Mario Brothers stages. There are so many people out there who make like ROM hacks of the original Super Mario Brothers with their custom levels. So being able to do that officially and having everybody in the world download it without having to find these obscure ROM hacks and make them work on their like PCs of emulators and whatnot, having the official capabilities to do that would be really nice, and I'm sure we'll see some really interesting stuff.
All the UI stuff is very reminiscent of Mario Paint as well.
Yeah, it's
the name, the graphic of the name is, and it's got the little mosquito floating.
Yeah, and the clapping hands from that same mini game. Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Game looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, very nice looking game.
Just the open world nature of it looks very impressive. Just all they had a demo where he runs out into this big open field and there's big giant dinosaurs, and it was all running in real time and it looked fucking impressive.
There's a lot of wildlife in that game. More of Xenoblade Chronicles in any form is a good thing in my opinion.
I think that one convention we can keep, right?
New open world Zelda, which
looked fantastic.
New Zelda, I really like the style they're doing. I like it when they change the artistic styles around a little bit.
Me and Harley have always been talking about what direction Zelda should be heading in, and this is basically where it should be headed. Like, Aonuma should be looking at games like Skyrim and The Witcher for big open world experiences, because that's what the original Zelda was, essentially. Like, this huge expansive world you can just travel across and explore. Like, that should be the main theme of Zelda, is exploration, not Dynasty Warriors.
If you're excited for Hyrule Warriors, you're probably a Dynasty Warriors fan.
If there is a certain character you like in the series, this is the first game where you'll be able to play as your favorite character.
Single!
There are a lot of players.
I'm looking forward to it because when it's out, it means we won't have to hear any more trailers and hype about it. So
It says Zelda on it. Here's my money.
By Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
So,
Bayonetta. Oh, I can't wait.
I think Bayonetta is one of the very few third-party games they actually advertised in this conference.
I've been waiting because I haven't got many third-party
Well, I wouldn't say
games coming out.
third-party. I would say more second-party.
Yeah, it would be second party. Nintendo's fully
I've been
putting their money into that. It's 33. Seeing this game now.
Waiting so long for more Bayonetta 2 news. And
That's coming
it
out
just
this
looks
year.
fantastic. Yeah, coming out later this year. Looks amazing. Like, as long as it's as fun as the first one, which I'm sure it will be.
And
It's going to be great.
Not
It comes with the first one.
And yeah.
With costumes.
An
downloadable
enhanced version
costumes.
of the first one.
I can play the first one with better graphics, and I can play with Bayonetta dressed as Princess Peach.
I think it's safe to say Nintendo definitely had the best conference because it wasn't boring. They just did something really unconventional and it was really entertaining. Yeah, good job, Nintendo.
Yes.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3!
How about this instead?
So come on, Harley. There's going to be some games from E3 you're excited to play.
Well, yeah. Castlevania 64.
Oh fuck, Castlevania.